Hello and welcome to the UK Minifigure Collectors YouTube channel, the only channel to focus primarily on minifigures. Now today I'm going to wander somewhat off like my normal context. I'm going to actually go into micro playsets. Now back in the early 90s you may remember a little global phenomenon of micro playsets called Mighty Max. Now these were some of the best minifigures you could actually buy at the time. Now, did you know the actual company has been bought up, or the license has been bought up by a Taiwanese company called PeariA, and they've actually started to release new playsets, and this is their new logo. But what I'm going to do today is actually open up some of the new playsets, and we'll take a quick look. And I'm just going to speed up the video just so you don't have to watch me opening the shipping box. There was actually 4 playsets that were released. 2 of them are new sculpts, and then each one has a variant in a different colour. I'm loving this card art. It really reminds me of like what you remember back from the 90s. It's really cool. I love the way it comes with a spare card art. So each set has got its own spare card art, which I thought was a really neat idea. And this is the first of the variants, and it's like, as you can tell, the other hat was red. This one is actually like a translucent black. All the art is actually the same on these. Now if I just speed it up again. The next unique sculpt is Mighty Max hunts Rudolph. Now I believe these were Christmas themed, these two, like purely for a 2023 Christmas release, but sadly due to quality control issues and shipping problems and things, they never actually got released until sort of mid-February, early March in 2024. So the last one is actually a variant again, and this one's called Mighty Max hunting Rudolph. It's snow. And again, I love the colour of this one, really nice design. On the back, you can actually see the cartoon strip is actually completely different here. Unfortunately, it's in like Taiwanese, so I'm not going to be able to read it. I'm just going to speed it up again so we can get through the free gifts. I've got 2 pin brooches, a lovely design logo on the right, and that hat on the left. Then we have this Cross's Mighty Hat sticker. And then we have the Mighty Max 2024 sort of envelope. It's really nice actually, really different. I thought it was a calendar, to be honest. Now the last of the actual free gifts, we've got these graphics and postcards. So the first one is a Mighty Max Chaos with that lovely black hat design on this lovely translucent card. Then we have the Hunting Rudolph Snow postcard. Then the Hunting Rudolph postcard. And then we have 2 very similar Mighty Max 30th anniversary postcards. I think they're identical. Both the same. Really nice. And then the last one is this Cross's Mighty Hat. Again, a nice postcard. Right, so let's get on with the actual packaging. So you can see it's a very familiar sort of layout, exactly how we used to get them back in the 90s. You can just see the actual playset inside. It doesn't do it justice like this. Some people like them carded, but I prefer them sort of closed up and whatnot. And both side by side, you can see the difference in colour there. And we'll take a look at the actual card art of the blank ones. So you can see on the left we've got the red, and on the black we've got the Chaos, the darker one. Really cool artwork. I love that hat design. So we've got that new Mighty Max logo right at the top, on the top left. And then the Cross's Mighty Hat sort of logo. Some little instructions for ages 15 and up. I'm trying to see what that says, not for small children. And then on the back we've got this lovely sort of cartoon artwork, really nice. Unfortunately it's all in Taiwanese, so I'm not going to be able to read it myself. Probably have to use Google Translate to actually see it. And then it just shows you some of the new playsets that they're hoping to bring out. So we just check to see if it's the same. So it's just the logo, the Mighty Hat Chaos that's changed, and the actual hat itself. Everything else looks identical to the first card. Go through this a little bit quicker. Now if we take a look at the actual Rudolph playsets, now I love the layout of this bubble. They've actually really tried hard to replicate what the originals did. The way they've got it all laid out so you can actually see each part. I love that Rudolph in the background. Looks so evil there. And then the second playset. I've got to say, I actually prefer the white sort of style here. Looking at the two sets, I'd say this is my favourite of the two. And then if we look at the actual back of the cards. So again, they're very similar. The first one hunts Rudolph, and he has the darker sort of Rudolph. I love the way it's got the instructions like behind the actual playset. Not that you really need instructions for these though. But most of the cards are identical on the back, all apart from the comic strip. And it is the comic strip that sets it apart. It's just a shame that we won't be able to read it. And again, it's lovely sort of card art, nice and bright. So again, this one's the Haunting Rudolph Snow. You can just see that PeariA logo on the top right hand side there. That's the company that actually sculpted these and actually got them produced. It's strange because I prefer this playset, but I'm not sure on the lighter sort of Rudolph himself, like in the cartoon strip. So, how about we actually get on and open the playsets? So the first one we're going to look at is the Cross's Mighty Hat. Now if you notice on these, they've actually been made so they can actually be resealed. You just see the sticker there. But it goes, I think there's 4 stickers on it so you can actually seal it. Now I want to do this but without actually tearing the like the artwork off the actual card. It looks like it's going to get stuck and probably rip. Probably not the best thing to do on video. So just pop it open. And I've torn the actual artwork. Anyway, let's get on with the actual playset itself. So the tiny Max just sits inside this little foothold here. Now if I just close it over and we can take a look at the sort of size comparison with one of the original shrunken heads. You can see it's actually a really good sort of size in here. It's actually really accurate. That's one thing that I was worried about, was the actual sizing. Are they going to make it too chunky? Now if we look at the bottom, you can see the sort of stamps, the MR, and then PeariA 2023. Now I love the front of this. I love the way the teeth are there and they just sort of interlock into the actual hat. So this has got more of a square design, which I found a bit strange to be honest, but then when I thought about it, when you're making a playset, I suppose like having a square one is actually much easier, I suppose. You can just see Max there holding that knife in his right hand. Sorry, in his left hand. Let's just see if I can get the light on this a little bit better. It's not shining. There you go. So this one's supposed to lay flat, but it looks like there's a whirlpool design. You can see some like arms and tentacles and some blades and things in the actual top. But it looks like Max is about to stab a lizard there. It's one of the details that's on the inside. So really strange design. Might just pop him down at the back and we'll have a look at the actual Chaos set. So I'm going to try and open this one again without lifting the artwork. I'll try and use my knife this time. And straight away, I've just cut the artwork off. Expletive to be inserted here. Let's just concentrate on the actual playsets and not worry about the backing cards. That's a bit annoying. So as you can see, this is a lovely sort of translucent black sort of set. Now I'm not normally a big fan of translucent sort of plastic, but it actually works really well with this one. It's a shame you don't see the teeth though on the actual, by the front underneath the Max logo. And again, another really good size. I mean, obviously it's identical to the red one as well. But I love this design. It's actually my favourite of the two, I think. I love this black translucent look. Just wondering if that's supposed to stay upright like some kind of portal. Just seems strange to have a blade sort of coming out of the quicksand whirlpool there. It's actually a really nice sort of decent plastic as well. Very reminiscent of the originals. Let's pop him at the back. Now let's see if I can open the next one. So the next one is Hans Rudolph. So this is the darker one of the two. Yeah, not worrying about the card art this time. Let's just get the set out. So you've got Max in a different colour jacket this time. And you can see Rudolph at the back there. And just close it over so we can see the size. And you can see the sort of knob acts as his eye in the front of the sort of Rudolph head. And size-wise, a good size. I think I've laid Max down wrong inside. Yeah, I've got him upside down. It would have been better that way, so you can actually use the yellow lamp as part of his eye. So again, that's a nice little feature. A nice colour design on this one. And again, the same sort of markings on the bottom. Let's crack him open and have a look on the inside. So yeah, you got an orange jacket on this Max. It's unusual. Now you can see the detail that's sort of gone into this. I love these sort of blood-soaked sort of icicles, and that's what makes up one of the eyes. But this pathway that leads up to Rudolph, I think, is cool with the horns that turn into logs. But you can just see the Rudolph at the back and how detailed he actually is. Pop him up at the back. And the last set is Hunting Rudolph Snow. Just crack it open. And I love the way it's got the bubble that holds the figure on these as well. So there's that Max in the orange jacket. Let's see if I can pop him in. I don't think I got him in correctly though. No, just pop him back. So you can just see that lamp that sort of makes the eye glow. And it's actually got glow-in-the-dark paint on this one. It's really cool. I actually prefer this head out of the two Rudolph sort of sets. I don't know why, it's just, there's something, maybe it's the glow-in-the-dark paint, but it just seems to work a lot better, I think. And again, size-wise, almost the same size as a shrunken head. Now let's pop him open. Then you can see Rudolph in the background again. A really cool sculpt there. I love the way they sort of integrate these monsters into the backgrounds. And then you can just see this glow-in-the-dark sort of painted effect on it. It's really cool. Let's pop Max in. Now let's pop him at the back. I'd like to show this Max though. I think I forgot to actually show him. He's like squatting down with this sort of dagger in his left hand. It's kind of a very small Max this time. Let's pop him back in, drop him at the back, and what I'd like to do is get on with the actual show reel. One thing I really do want to say about these, did I get the nostalgia hit? I can tell you straight away, yes I did. As soon as I had that card in my hand, as soon as I had Max and started like handling him with my fingers and opening that playset and seeing the quality that's actually gone into these, it really got me in the chest, and it was really reminiscent of opening them back in the early 90s. I mean, I didn't have many back in the 90s, but I had a few, and it really reminded me of how cool these actually are. And full credit to the creator for that. What I'm going to do is I'm going to put a link to his Facebook group in the description beneath the video, and hopefully you'll go and have a look yourself. Lastly, I'd like to say a huge thank you to Chris, who's a UK Minifigure Collector member, for facilitating access to these. Chris went out of his way to help others in the community by acting as a proxy direct to the creator for a large group of buyers to get what they wanted. Chris is actually my go-to guy for all things Mighty Max related, and given time can usually provide any needed pieces. He also runs a small Facebook group called Lost Pieces for many different accessories people are missing. I'll add a link beneath this video to his Facebook group for those who are interested in joining that. And with that, I'd like to say thank you very much for watching the video. If you liked it, don't forget to leave a like, and I hope to catch you all again next time.